Hi guys, this is my review of Better Call Saul Season 5. Seems like we got a crazy ending there. And I'm just going to talk about the whole season in a whole, but yeah, just letting you guys know that Season 6 will be the last season. So yeah, it's already been renewed. And I just want to see how everything ties up, and if we see any other familiar faces, maybe the two main characters of Breaking Bad, which will be cool. But yeah, it's definitely been a great season. I think I already have like a top three, but if I was ranking them in order, I think, which would be first? I really enjoyed season one, but I just don't know if I'd place it as number one. Yeah, enjoyed season three as well. I don't know if that's my favorite one. I think it's most of two and four where I was not really a big fan of it. Five, like, yeah, those things I liked in five, but overall I wasn't a big fan of that season. I think two I'd put at the bottom. Yeah, I think I'd actually put two at the bottom because I actually didn't enjoy a lot of two. Later on in two, it gets better. I kind of like what they do. I even rewatched that season, and yeah, some of the things that happened in that season's fun. But most of all, like, yeah, I didn't really like it. I think three is the best with what they do with Chuck, like, because things go to the next level in that season with Chuck, how it all escalates. Damn, yeah, that's my favorite season. After that, I feel like putting season five this season, which maybe I should talk about it first, because there's a lot of things that happen in this season. Damn. So yeah, there'll be spoilers. But yeah, let's just talk about the season first. Then I'll rate the season so far, and then I'll get back to this after season six, which I guess I'll review the previous seasons before season six starts. So yeah, when season six coming around the corner, yeah, I'll review all the other seasons. So one, two, three, four. I've already reviewed five, so which I'm reviewing now, and then I'll review the first episode of season six when it comes out. But yeah, here we go. So let's first talk about Lalo. He's definitely an interesting character this season. And I didn't actually realize back in Breaking Bad he was actually mentioned by Jim. When Walter and Jesse are like kidnapping him. Yeah, he actually mentions Lalo. Like, did he send you? So Lalo must survive then, which he does survive that situation at the end of the season. Which I was surprised. I thought he was gonna die, but yeah, I didn't realize Lalo's name was mentioned in Breaking Bad. So yeah, it's that scene where they're kidnapping Jimmy. So yeah, because Gus basically wants him dead in this season for the trouble he's made. He even destroys his restaurant, right? Like, it goes so far to get rid of his existence. Damn. But yeah, so Vargos, he's basically forced to take him out, well, help take him out, like assist, to take him out with the plan that they have set up for him. Yeah. So now I won't talk about Vargos yet. So I was talking about more about Lalo and how things go for him. So Lalo ends up in prison, and then basically Jimmy's paid a job to defend him. Like, it first started with Crazy Eight, the guy from Breaking Bad who Walt kills, in the early days, so season one. Like, he basically gets him out, and then he gets in a situation, Lalo, where he needs Jimmy's help, and then he gets him out. But he first needs to like do a job, which goes very one. But it's a good thing that Mike stayed to help out Jimmy. But then that experience he has, it affects him for the rest of the season. And yeah, that was just that episode. It just felt so much like Breaking Bad, that episode, which I'll talk about more of that later. We're gonna talk about Jimmy, like what he's actually been through this season. We'll just keep focusing on Lalo. So yeah, man. Well, also while he's in prison, that's when Gus is burning down. Gus and Vargos is burning down his restaurant and stuff. And then there's another character from Breaking Bad, Hank Schrader, he finds out about his drug locations, or is it money drops, not drug locations. But I think that's basically like a sacrifice to get the cops off him. I don't know what they actually do again. It kind of helps him out, but then they still want to get rid of Lalo because he might be a risk to them. He's not like Tuco where he's so edgy, but yeah, I think I can see why they would want to get rid of him. So yeah, that's what they do to him while he's in prison. Burn down his restaurant. When he gets out, that's when he goes to visit his family, and then that's when Gus thinks to, take him out. Then, but he uses Vargos to help open the gates, which that was his role. Once he got in with Lalo, because he first proved himself, where basically the cops find out about one of the places where they sell drugs, and then Vargos basically sneaks back in to get the remaining drugs, and I think that's when he earns Lalo's trust, and that basically gives him a chance to help take out Lalo, but in the end it doesn't really work out since he survives, and Lalo knows that Nacho betrayed him, so he's probably going to want revenge going into the last season. And I'm just really curious: is Lalo going to survive? Because I can't remember a scene where Gus mentions him, but I'm probably gonna rewatch Breaking Bad before I rewatch Better Call Saul. Like that's what I'm gonna do when it gets close to the time. Like I'll first rewatch Breaking Bad, and then Better Call Saul, and then the last season will start. See if I can think why he hasn't been mentioned. I doubt they say that he's actually dead, or maybe he fakes his death or something. But then, because Jimmy mentioning him, he must be still alive then. It's just weird that Gus doesn't mention him, since he wanted him dead so hard in this season. So yeah, because Gus sent out that those people, those mercenaries to kill him. Killing everybody in that house apart from him. He basically takes them all out. Because Nacho was supposed to distract him and then open the gate, which he does, and then they come in, but he's still able to take them out by himself. But everyone dies. So we'll just see where that goes in season 6. So yeah, with Vargos, like I was happy that he got a lot more time in this season. Well, since season 3, I think he's had a lot of time. It was like season 1, like when I first seen him, I was like, oh look, it's that guy from Far Cry 3, Vas. And his character has a similar name as well. Yeah, I just wanted to see a lot more from him. And from season 3, that's when we started to see more of his character. And his actual goal, I don't know if he's basically said at the end when he meets the big boss, when Lalo introduces him to his boss. Like that basically reveals what he really wants. But in season 6, I don't know. Can I see him surviving? Will his dad at least survive, since that's the reason why. Well, when I think about it, like, is that one of the reasons why I think he's in this situation? Well, for this exact situation, yes, but he's obviously in this business to make a name for himself and not have to look over his back. So, he just wants to be big in a drug game, I guess. He just wants to be somewhere, I guess. But I just feel like what's happening now is going to put him in one direction, especially since Lalo's going to be after him. But is he going to try? Is Lalo going to try go after Gus? I just don't know what's going to happen there. But yeah, I'm definitely happy with the amount of time we got in this season. I definitely enjoyed what he brought to the season too. They really definitely used all the characters to the best. Yeah, I'm definitely happy about that. How much time he got. I just don't know if he's gonna survive season 6. Because I feel like Lalo will survive, but not sure. I don't know. Maybe not. I do hope for him to survive though, but we'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, let's talk about a character that changed a lot in this season. So yeah, Kim, like she's probably had the biggest change out of all the characters this season. People are like comparing it to she's basically the equivalent of Walter White, of his big transformation. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised what she changed into by the end. She basically becomes the 2.0 of Jimmy McGill. She basically is like fully on with what he does, which with what they was doing with her character for a bit of time now, I didn't really think she would get to this point, especially when she's thinking worse than Jimmy of what she wants to do to Howard, which Jimmy's basically been messing around with Howard this season. From Howard offering him a job at the place to throwing a bowling ball at his car to those prostitutes, trying to ruin his reputation basically. But then she wants to do that in a whole nother level that would definitely ruin his reputation. But yeah, I just don't know if they're actually gonna go through with that, or maybe I heard someone say that this might be Jimmy's plan the whole time, and everything that she's done, like quitting her job and all that, like I just don't know. Is that really Jimmy's plan? Because I didn't really think about it in that way. Because Jimmy, he can be very smart. He'll make you do something when you don't even realize it. Or maybe this just was her decision, though. Who knows? Make it look like she like Jim's a bad influence, but maybe this was actually Jimmy's plan. Because everything that happened early on when Jimmy was doing that to Howard, it must have some reason for it. Because even when Howard goes to Kim, like, she's just laughing with everything that Howard told her. I don't know. I'm not really sure what they're gonna do with her character because we all know that her character's not in Breaking Bad. So what's really gonna happen to her? I was thinking she was gonna die, but that could still happen by Lalo because they're thinking like they don't even have to worry about them now. Oh yeah, and I need to talk about Mike. Because if that thing that happens when he makes that deal with Lalo, things escalate. But yeah, we'll get back to that. But yeah, they might have to worry about him, and that could cause maybe Kim's death. I'm not sure. Or maybe, like they do something really bad to Howard, but it gets her in trouble, and she takes like the fall, and then Jimmy has to move on, and then we see him in Breaking Bad and all that. And I'm not sure if the final flash forward is gonna reveal something big or not, because every time a new season starts, like the first few minutes is always like a flash forward. Basically after Breaking Bad, we always see something from him after for Jimmy after Breaking Bad. So I just don't know what they're going to show in the final flash forward, because I always look forward to seeing those. Maybe it'll give us like a hint of what could happen, and then it's revealed by the end of the season. But yeah, Kim just had a crazy change this season. Like I wasn't expecting that at the end. First to change that much. Let everything go like that. Especially with her ideals at the beginning of the season. Like when Jimmy wants to do something illegal and she's not really happy with him doing that, and she wants him to stop, but then it's got to this point, especially when she was trying to help someone who was getting evicted from their house, like all those things, then Jimmy gets involved. So that's when she's allowing him to help in that kind of way. Yeah, it's just weird what they're doing with her character. Do I think she'll die or go to prison? Because at first I was just thinking like Jimmy's gonna do something messed up to keep her away. Maybe this, situation that Jimmy was getting himself involved with would make her go away from him, but they end up getting married, so I'm not really sure. What's really gonna separate them two? We'll just have to wait and find out. Alright, let's talk about Mike. Damn. This might be the best we've seen from him. This, from his whole character, really. Because, man, that episode, that was definitely Mike's best episode for me. And definitely one of the best episodes of, Better Call Saul. and it definitely felt like a Breaking Bad episode. Was it episode 8? Yeah, that was a great episode. It's like after the gunfight. Damn, I was kind of surprised that even happened anyway. I was just thinking like maybe this is just gonna go simple. Like he gets the money and then he takes it to the place. Wait, yeah, he gets the money. He takes it to the place and then he just goes. And then he gets paid afterwards. But a lot more things happen. Basically, a moment where Jimmy's gonna get murdered for the money because those two twins from Breaking Bad who Hank Schrader takes on, which that's one of Schrader's greatest moments, if not his greatest moment. Basically kills one and then cripples the other one. But yeah, they basically give Jimmy what he needs to take to the location, and then that's when those people come. I'm kind of surprised they didn't stick around or follow him at least, but that wasn't in their job description, so probably thought he had it handled. But then those guys were just watching, those making sure they got that money. And there was a moment where Jimmy was about to get killed. I could see how scared out of his mind he was. But yeah, that's when Mike comes to save the day and kill them all. Like that gunfight. Damn. Yeah, he's definitely the most badass character in the whole Breaking Bad universe. I'd say Hank's second. Yeah, definitely second. Yeah, I just wasn't. I was thinking like, is that really Mike or someone sent by Lalo? But no, it's obviously sent by Ghost, which is Mike, his best man when it comes to stuff like this. Man, I can't imagine his youth. That's why I wish we could see, like, maybe we could see his, like, how this all started. We basically get explanation why he's doing this. It's to provide for his family. Who he's with. He's doing it for them so they can have a better life, and he doesn't even care if he dies. Like as long as he leaves something behind. That's kind of similar to Walter White's, but in the end, we really know why he did what he did, and it's because he liked it. I don't know if Mike has that kind of mindset where he actually does like it, but he also wants to provide. But I'm just gonna go with what he actually said in that episode. And yeah, he's just a great guy. I was thinking to change my mind of my favorite character from this, from the whole series, because he has always been Hank, because he's the one who's actually behind the law. Everything he does, like, it's not like he's doing any criminal stuff. He's actually serving with justice. And when he when he gets to that moment where he finds out that Walter White's, Heisenberg, like I'm actually on Hank's side to bring him down. Especially when he starts to go crazy with the power he's getting and the things he's doing to Jesse as well. Yeah, I'm definitely wanting Hank to bring him down, but then you know how things go by the end of season 5. Oof. But oh yeah, it was good to see Hank again in this show, even his partner as well. But yeah, Mike. I was thinking for a second, like, is my favorite character all along? He's definitely earned points for me this season, anyway. Yes, there's also a moment where he accidentally gets angry at his, is it basically his granddaughter or something? But they met up quickly. But he's kind of mad about that he can't visit her because of how he got mad at her. But yeah, he's just trying to do what he does, and I think he does it because it's what he's good at, I guess. But yeah, I just don't know where I'd put him now when it comes to my favorite Breaking Bad characters. Because when I talk about Better Call Saul, like that's part of Breaking Bad. So when I say Breaking Bad characters, I also mean Better Call Saul as well. Man, I mean, it's definitely still in my top 5, but it's like top 3. Because Walter, man, he's just a legend. And it's Brian Cranston's greatest wow for me. It beat Malcolm in the Middle for my childhood days. It showed how good of an actor he could be. Oh, but Mike's character is just so good. And they definitely did more with him in Better Call Saul. So even though I've had some ups and downs with Better Call Saul, like he's definitely been one of the things that held it together. And then they did more things with Vargos and just all the other characters. Just man, so much great stuff. Hell, even Chuck's in my top 10. It's not in my top 5, but I just really liked what they did with him and the condition he has. Like, was it even real? Well, to a degree, I don't think it was real, but man, how things go with that in season 3. I just really like that storyline. It's kind of sad how it ends, but yeah, I really like that storyline. But yeah, Mike, where'd I put him now? I just don't know if I'd put him over Hank. I think Hank's still my favorite, and Walter's like second, and then Jesse would be third. There's moments where you like Jesse more than Heisenberg because he just seems more innocent, and I'm kind of happy that he gets a better ending than Walter, especially in El Camino, which I was happy to see that movie. See what happened to Jesse after Breaking Bad. See how things ended for him, and I was satisfied with it. We even got to see dead characters in her, well, not hallucination, well, just having like conversations with him. But would you say that's a hallucination then? Yeah, with Walter and his girlfriend who died in season 2. Yeah, it was good to see them again. I was happy they got to fit a scene like that in the movie as well. But yeah, Mike, yeah, he's definitely number 3 then. I just don't know if I can put him over Walter. When I was first watching the show, I was thinking I was putting. Well, there was a moment where I was putting Jesse over Walter, and then my favorite characters kept switching, man. They just kept switching all the time. And then Ghost is like 5th, and he's like one of my favorite TV villains as well. I've also been watching Hannibal recently, and he's definitely entered that territory. I also made like a top 10 list before of my favorite TV villains, but I'm probably gonna have to redo that because there's like a copyright thing there. So I just don't know if I should delete that video or just try to do it again, but in a way like this, where I'm just talking instead of showing clips of the villains of their most evilest moments. But yeah, really enjoyed what they did with Mike. Remember when he's in a bad mood, and I think that's after what happened with his daughter, not daughter, grandchild. He basically gets in a fight with these guys, and then the next time they see him, they bring a knife to a fist fight because Hank whacked him the first. Mike whacked him the first time. Like, it was like 3 or 4 of them, and he just whacked them all. And the next time they bring a knife, yeah, I already know that Mike's not gonna die, so. Yeah, he's just such a badass character. He's definitely gained a lot of points in this season. As one of my favorites, Breaking Bad characters, and I hope to see more of him in season 6. And I just don't know if this is going to be the last time we see his character going into the last season. But yeah, we'll just see what he brings. So yeah, Hank. Yeah, this is just going to be a brief one because it was just like one episode, I think. Yeah, I think it was just one episode where he's talking to Crazy 8 from Breaking Bad, trying to make him reveal a lot of stuff since he gets caught. Like, he was one of the people who gets caught when the police come. Yeah, when Vargas goes back inside to get the drugs. I think it was at that time, or was that separate? I think it was separate. I don't think that was at the same time. I think those were separate times. But yeah, it was good to see Hank Schrader again. Definitely my top 5. And you get to see his partner again as well. I just love his one-liners. Yeah, it was really cool that they was able to bring him. I'm just thinking, since we're getting him, like, who could we get in like season 6? I just feel like we should see one of the one of the big two characters. I'd be happy with Jesse, but I just don't know how they would fit him in the story. I just think it would be Jesse. Maybe Jesse's in a situation because yeah, they've even been back. Well, he was in Better Call Saul to begin with. Really, did we first see him in season two? You know, the actor of Trevor from GTA 5. Then he was in Walking Dead as well as Simon. Stephen Hawke. Yeah, we got to see him again in this season, but that doesn't really go anywhere since I think they can't really use him for what they're trying to do. But yeah, it was good to see Hank again. If you get to see him interact with Jimmy as well, which was fun. I don't know if we'll see him in season 6, but it would be cool if we do. Because once again, like, I don't know if this will be the last time we see these characters, because I'm not really sure what they're going to do with the Breaking Bad franchise overall after this. Will we get more movies? Will we get another spin off? And if we do, I'm wanting more of a Mike spin off. But it's like set in like proper past. We can see how things started there. I don't know, but we'll just have to wait and see. So if I was gonna rate this season, I think I'd give it a 8.8 out of 10. I think it deserves that rating. I was only gonna say 9, but I think I'm happy with that rating. Yeah, it's definitely my favorite seasons of Better Call Saul. Which, like I've said, I've had my ups and downs with this show, but I've definitely enjoyed it. And at least we've got something Breaking Bad related, and it's definitely had great moments. But yeah, definitely had also moments where I wasn't really as entertained, and sometimes I like when I watch it from Netflix, like I dislike it because I just feel like it's going downhill, but then it picks up again, then it goes downhill, then it picks up again, and then like season 4, was it season 4? Season 5? Yeah, season 4. Season 4 was okay. I'd still count it as a good season then. But yeah, definitely a great season. Like that episode 8 in particular, that was just such a good episode. When Jimmy gets put in that gunfire and everything, and then he's trying to survive with Mike and Jimmy. Well, Mike and Jimmy are trying to survive, and then like Kim's like worrying about him. Like, did he actually survive? Because Jimmy tells her like what he's doing before he goes, and then we get to see a scene with Lalo and Kim talking. Yeah, that was a cool scene too. Yeah, there's a lot of good scenes in this season. I'm just trying to think where I'd pull it. Like, if I'm trying to rank the seasons right now. Oh man, because which season do we get to see the true, Saul Goodman? For some reason, I want to say season 1, season 5. I feel like it was just trying to put him more into being in that closer to the cartel kind of like crowd. What is in Breaking Bad, but it still had the Saul Goodman that we knew. But I don't know. Should I say season 1? Season between season 1 and 3, but I think I'm gonna lean more to 3, man. I think that's the one I enjoyed the most out of all the show. So yeah, season 3, then season 1, then season 5. I think season 2 is gonna be last. So then it would be season 4, and then season 2. Yeah. I think that's how I'm gonna do it. So once again, from best to worst. So season 3 is the best. Then season 1, then season 5. I don't know if I should rate like that, because I feel like the season's done things I enjoyed more than season 1. But I don't know, maybe I just don't know if season 1 felt more like actual, Saul Goodman. That's the only thing. Yeah, because I'm trying to think about it, like where I'd rank them. But I'm just gonna stick to what I said. So, so yeah, season 3's the best. Then I'm just gonna so season 1, season 5, season 4, and then season 2. Yeah, we'll see where I put season 6. I'd be shocked if it's number 1. Like they finally beat season 3 for me. But yeah, definitely a great season. I'm looking forward to see what they do next season. And where that ending goes. I just know it's not going to end well. But at least 2 characters. So the ones where I'm worried about, the ones that I'm actually worried about, Kim, Vargos, and Lalo. Like they're probably the ones where they could either die or end up in jail, which Lalo's already been in jail, but it wasn't for long. I just wish one of them to have a happy ending. I just don't think it's gonna be Vargos though. That's just the only thing. Yeah. Kim, like I've liked the character a lot. Like when the show first started, I wasn't a big fan of a character, but yeah, I do like her a lot at this point. I just rather Jimmy and Kim's relationship just breaks instead of her dying or going to jail, something bad like that happening. And then Lalo, he must be still alive then. So yeah, I think Lalo will survive. And then yeah, that's basically all my thoughts with that. So yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Might be playing the game later on. It's a newer game that's been out. But you'll see later on. Alright guys, see you next time. Peace and stay safe.